Welcome all earthlings and other beings. My name is Lara and this is Zahler Tarot and Art. And today I'm going to be drawing an image that I received in meditation for this reading for you, and I'm going to be reading your cards. So this is not a personal reading, it's a collective of people watching at different times, so keep that in mind. But if you're here, there probably is something for you. But if something really doesn't fit that comes up in the reading, it might be for someone else, so just leave it for them. So so I received this image, and let's see, it went with two different songs that were sort of blasting through my head recently. And even though they sound like they're opposites, they actually go together with this drawing. And we're going to see what we see and see how it ties in to you through the cards. Okay, so I was seeing a door right in the background, to this almost like circular or cylindrical type of building and everything. I'm not sure why that part's significant, but the door is very significant. And then like hanging down in the forefront in various levels were all these keys, right? And these keys were significant though. And we're going to talk about why in a second. So I'm just going to give you the basic drawing real fast. And then the video will pop over here where you can watch me mostly complete it. And you can see the finished piece at the end. So, and then there was this like, it was like a pathway coming sort of in the background. I can get this done quickly. But the keys were important. Like this key was a flame. It had fire on it, right? And you could have chosen that key. It's almost like you had choices, right? But there was a key also that had a heart on it, right? They're all dangling. So you could go and choose the key that you want, right? And go down this path to this door. And then whatever it seemed like whatever it is, whichever key you chose, right, would give you whatever goes with that key on the other side of this door. So in this case, the two songs that were coming through were love songs. Well, actually, no, they weren't really. One of them wasn't. But okay, so one song was by Charles and Eddie. It's called Would I Lie to You? It says, I'm telling you, baby, you will never find another girl in this heart of mine. And so in the song, it's real sweet, and he's like talking about, you know, trust me. And I think that kind of goes with this heart key, right? It's very soft, very sweet and loving, and it's almost like you have a choice of this kind of person in your life. Maybe this is some people that you're choosing as potential mates or partners in some sense, something like that. Also, this could be, you know, like what you unlock inside of yourself, because the other song that came through was by a group called The Prodigy. They were from like the 90s, and there was a song called Breathe. And the lyrics that keep standing out are breathe with me, breathe the pressure, come play my game, I'll test ya. Psychosomatic, addict, insane. Very, very opposite of that other song. And even the music itself sounds very opposite. It's sort of like an English punk band. So kind of aggressive and all of that. So it's almost like this key that was on fire sort of represented that energy of, yeah, there's a certain amount of charisma that goes with somebody who's really daring and, you know, all out there and stuff like that. But what's the price to pay if you try to have a relationship with someone who's, you know, violent or an addict or insane or things, or maybe they're not actually insane, but they like to act like they're insane because they are a drama queen, right? So who wants, you know, to have a relationship with a drama queen? Some people do. I don't know, but it seems like you have some choices here. So I'm going to set this aside and we're going to go ahead and do the initial spread. And I'm going to speed this up so that we can get the initial spread out without wasting too much time. So here we go. Okay, I've laid out your initial spread. The drawing should be over here so you can watch that being formed. Um, it's a really good spread, and I might have to pull some more clarifiers, but we're going to do some more layers too. All right, so, okay, so what's standing out most is like there are two stars here. Anytime I get two of anything in the initial spread, that's really important. So you have two stars here. Um, Yeah, you've got a lot of really good cards here. Okay, so let's start here. So Nine of Cups is about wish fulfillment. This is about making wishes, and it's almost like you, because it's clarified by the star, you wished upon a star. You said to the universe, this is what I want, realizing that some of the things you experienced in the past were not working for you. Yeah, and part of that wish, what I'm seeing here with this, is that you're wishing for good friendships and romantic partnerships in life. So you really want to choose excellent people in your life, because you know that not doing so leads to not such great things. Like which keys you choose, like in the drawing, it's like do you choose the key that leads to your healing? Do you choose keys that lead to success? It looks to me from your spread that you've chosen right, you've chosen correctly, you've chosen the correct keys to your success. But this required you to walk away from something. So look over here, you've got the Three of Swords. She's got like swords literally in her chest, and she can tell that she's sad, and she's been pulling the swords out, but they've got blood on them, right? So someone really like perhaps broke your heart. Yeah, it was someone you had to walk away from, because it's clarified by the Ten of Swords, which is a painful ending. I mean, you were able to walk away at least, because usually the Ten of Swords is that it depicts someone who's on the ground face down looking like they're dead with swords in their back. But in this case, the swords are represented by the ravens that are sort of following along, and she's just walking them away from this sort of deserty area that, doesn't hold anything for her anymore. It's just full of broken hearts. Yeah, and because in the drawing there was the key that has the heart on it, it tells me that like one of the choices you're kind of wanting to make is to choose better partners in life romantically. And this is clarified also by the Seven of Pentacles. So it looks like you had to regrow things. So whatever pain you went through, this broken heart and everything, you had to plant new seeds and really care for it, really concentrate on it. Either he's looking right at that little plant, or it almost looks like his eyes are closed, and it looks like there's like energy coming from his hand. Like you've really had to heal something. And because you've got the star twice, that's a lot of healing. So perhaps you had to really engage in a quite a bit of like personal healing, which is what happens after we've been through heartache. So if we're going to go on and have healthy lives, we really do have to do the deep inner work, the deep healing, so we don't experience that again. And then you've got the Chariot here. And what's interesting is that the Chariot it's a card about success, of course, but it's also about keeping your eye on the prize and staying balanced. Really, the only other card in the tarot that represents that better maybe is Temperance, but the Chariot here, which is definitely fast action, and staying balanced, because he's trying to ride those two fish, right, or whatever those things are. And on this side, there's Justice, which is about balancing the scales, right, getting your justice, getting your, what is just, what needs to balance things out. And over here, she's balancing on this, like whatever that thing is, so she can face downward and get a new perspective as the Hanged Man, right? This is going to give you a new perspective. You also might have had to kind of let go of some things too. Both of these are letting go. But that took going through a few things to know what to let go of. And so that ties right into this Queen of Swords here. So this queen is sitting here on top of this, whatever this is, with her katana sword. And, she looks like she's in repose, like she's relaxing and everything. But see this bowl or heart thing down here is in bars. That's representing her heart, her love. And she even has like this bird out here, which is like a scouting if anyone's coming or not. So she, at any moment, she could reach over, take that katana out, and ching, and she'll cut off the head of anyone who's going to BS her or give her a hard time or try to fool her in any way, because she's no fool. She's already been through that. She's already been tricked by somebody whom that she thought she could give her heart to or her trust to, whether it's a friendship, romantic romance, or whatever it is. So it might be many people you've dealt with were doing various things to stab you, to create a painful ending. But what I see now is that you put up really strong boundaries, and that's smart. That's excellent. You need strong boundaries. No, don't overdo it. Don't just do it to the point where you're just blocking everything, everyone and everything out of your life because you just can't deal with people anymore. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about healthy boundaries where you know how to evaluate if someone is toxic or not, you know, if there's someone valuable in your life or not. So you're calling judgment. This is the karma card too. So you're calling judgment on those who have caused, you know, you to feel this way, where you've had to really guard yourself. And, you know, there's the abuse card. So, you know, whomever these people were that were abusing your trust, abusing your heart, abusing you, abusing your life and everything, and your time and your energy and everything, you call judgment on them, and you're ready for them. So you've got these new boundaries. But that's really nice because you have all this passion here right in the center of everything. So whatever you had to go through really just opened up. It cracked open a whole new level of passion. And so you have the star here, which is about healing. It's also about like getting in touch perhaps with your higher self, with your deep spirituality, similar to like what the Hierophant would do. But this is also about fame and things like that. So it is possible that even if it's just within your own family, that you are being looked up to as a role model. So it is actually very important beyond yourself, like what you choose, which keys you choose to open and unlock that door to reveal, you know, your next phase. So, you know, the star here is clarified by the Page of Wands, which is all about passion and imagination. And then the Ace of Wands, which is, again, all about inspiration and passion. These are excellent cards. So, yeah, you have gone inward and you know, you have gotten in touch with your truth, I would say, and really found your inner passion again. And that's nice because that's what you wanted. That's what you wished upon a star for. And then look at this. You know, you've got the Ten of Coins here, and Ten of Coins is like the Ten of Pentacles in the normal tarot and everything. And that's all about like leaving a legacy. This is generational wealth. This is, you know, it's true abundance. It's security. It's getting a windfall. It's privilege. It's stability. It's a happy home. Yeah. So, and, you know, it's underneath the Chariot, which is about success, and it's clarified by the Wheel, which again is success, and it's a completion, a number 10. So, but it's also, see how she has the dice hanging around her neck. It's a good time for gambling, for taking a risk, for trying out different keys in that door, you know, that you feel like are going to work for you. It's a good luck time because you're leaving a legacy. You have built something that you're going to be leaving behind, that will not only help you, but generations behind you, whether they're their family or not. So you're making an impact. It could be that you're in the spotlight. It's quite possible with 2 stars and this 10 of coins. Yeah, that's quite possible. So it's a really good time for you. And then, you know, we've got this nice ending card here, which is the Fool, which is about trusting, relaxing, trusting that the universe has your back, going out on a new adventure, starting fresh, you know, like new beginnings, which makes sense after this closing of this cycle and these walking away and all the things that you have, you know, that you've been through. So it's almost like you feel intoxicated right now by the joy of life, like to the point where you're just throwing caution to the wind, but you're not really, because you know what to look for. But it's almost like more flowing and natural now, if that makes sense. It's just kind of like it's a good time because both of these cards are about taking a chance. Also, the Fool is about taking a chance on life, and the Wheel is saying this is a good luck time to take a chance on things. And whatever you're going to do is going to be very, very successful. That's awesome. I don't think I need to draw more clarifiers on that, but we will draw from this oracle to see what else your guides have to say. I'll list all of these decks that I'm using today down below in the description box so that you can get your own if you like them, and also to pay respect to the creators of these beautiful decks, because I know they've worked hard on these. All right, another one, please. What do we need to know, please, for this collective? Another one, please, for this collective. Also, keep in mind that he, she, they are interchangeable. Just use the pronoun that works for you. And always keep a healthy distance when you're watching any kind of tarot reading or anything like that, even if it sounds like it fits you exactly. Just always keep a healthy distance from it in your mind so that, you know, not to take anything too seriously or too set in stone, because ultimately you just need to follow your own intuition and common sense and use, you know, smart discernment in your life. No one can tell you how to live your life but you. All right, so we have the moon's wisdom, moonlit, and the falling moon. Um, it seems to me that the guides are telling me that you're a natural leader here. It says take the lead, which you can do now that you've gone through all of this stuff. You know, you get to choose your own life, which key you want to go unlock the door, who you choose to be around and everything. So you take the lead in your own life. You don't need anybody else deciding for you. And then you have embrace uncertainty. So, you know, that's like the Fool card right here. It's just like a good luck time. So it's saying this is a good time to embrace uncertainty. So there might be things that you don't have information on. There might be things that you're like, I don't know if this is going to happen if I do this, but if I put this key in here and unlock this door, this might come out. Or if I use this key instead, that might come out. You know, that it's just saying it's a good time to do that because your results are going to be good. And then release the blocks. Yeah. So it's like with this Queen of Swords, it's like it is having boundaries, but it's also letting go of things like the walking away here. It's the letting go of anything that's blocking you. And you might have to do that on a daily basis and tell your guides, I ask for intervention and I ask for you to please remove any blockages in my life that are keeping me from my 10 of coins, my ultimate, you know, my ultimate results, the things that I have wished for. So yeah, I mean, that just seems like common sense, but it's just emphasizing that for you. There might be some blockages that some things that you need to work through and recognize to let go of. So yeah, I mean, see how these blocks are in front of this moon? It's like if you really want to watch the moon, you're going to have to move these blocks out of the way, right? Okay, so I want to find out what your obstacles are. What are your obstacles and your challenges? What are the obstacles and challenges? Okay, another one, please. Another one. Wait. Yeah, okay, another one, please. Right. Okay. Okay, so we have the Page of Swords, we have the Eight of Swords, and we have Judgment. So Page of Swords to me is telling me that there are prying eyes. There might be people who are trying to figure out what you're doing so they can sabotage it, get in the way of it, use it. Whatever resources come to you or that you build, people might try to take it from you, or you've had that happen before. So, you know, usually the best thing to do is just keep things really close to you. You don't need to tell people what you're doing. Even people you thought were confidants, you might want to consider holding back, right? And not telling everybody your business, not telling everybody the details of things, not giving them any kind of like leverage, just in case. Just be, yeah, because I can see you've got people watching you and that's a problem. The Eight of Swords here. Okay, so you're feeling kind of stuck in your head a little bit about things. And sometimes I feel like maybe you go into victim mode and you're trying not to do that. You're trying not to feel too isolated. But sometimes to get away from toxic situations and people, you kind of do have to isolate a little bit, although I don't see the Hermit out here yet. Perhaps you're feeling like a little bit like your hands are tied, like there's a little bit of drama going on, perhaps, in your life right now. You're trying to avoid drama, perhaps, and that's why it's a challenge, because you don't want to stir things up. And again, keeping things to yourself will help to avoid some of that, but try not to get stuck in your head too much. But I can see that that's kind of an issue for you. You know, the Eight of Swords was over here again, too, where she was walking away from things, right? Yeah, or no, I'm sorry, Ten of Swords here, walking away from things, painful ending. So I can just see you've been through a lot of pain and you don't want to experience that anymore. So just try not to get stuck in your head. I know that's been an issue. Keep things to yourself. And then, of course, you have Judgment, which we had over here. And it's just like, so it's the calling, it's karma. So you might be feeling like you're dealing with some karma, but I really feel like this is like you doling out, or the universe doling out karma to those who have caused so much damage to you, this abuse and everything. You might be having, because sometimes this card is also about finding your calling. And I see you've got a ton of passion here. You're going out on a new adventure. You're trusting, but you might not be clear yet on what your calling is. So it might be that you have a ton of like creative abilities, something like that, but you're not really sure exactly what direction to go in, if that makes sense. And that's not such a bad place to be in, because sometimes that's just creating something from nothing, which is amazing. And I feel like you know, because you're going in the right direction, whatever that is going to be fine. But I can see you're kind of worried about it a little bit. Don't worry too much, though. Try not to do that. Let's see what the solutions are, though, for you. What are the solutions, please, for this collective? Solutions. Yeah, that one song is, would I lie to you, baby? Would I lie to you? Maybe you've dealt with a lot of liars. That would throw you into your head for sure. I mean, if you've dealt with a lot of gaslighters, people who, you know, try to like mess with your head and everything. They try to tell you the color's blue and it's red, you know, that type of thing. There might be people around you who are trying to get you to trust them and you're not sure yet. So, okay, let's another solution, please. What's a solution? A solution for collective. Because if you don't choose wisely, solution, please. If you don't choose wisely for some reason, you know, you might end up getting the key that goes, you know, the fiery key or whatever it is to go to the door where it says, you know, like that one song by The Prodigy, and it says, come play my game, I'll test ya. So you might turn into, you know, you might start running into narcissists and things like that who are addicts, or they're just crazy, or they're drama queens, and you're trying to avoid the drama. We saw that. Psychosomatic, addict, insane. Someone who's really unbalanced. Yeah, you don't want more people like that in your life. And you don't want anybody who's going to bring that out in you either. All right, the solution cards here are telling me, it says laugh with life. So perhaps more humor is in order, however you need to do that. And we all have a different sense of humor. But, you know, of course, there's funny movies and being around people who are funny, maybe watching stand-up comedy, something like that. Or just in general, just anytime things feel too serious, just start laughing. Or maybe have something in your mind that you find really hilarious that you always keep there as a cue. I mean, I keep certain things in my mind as a cue for when I need to feel more love and compassion. There are just certain people that I really love very dearly, and I can think about them, and it puts me into that state. And you can do that with humor as well, or anything else. So it's just saying you need to kind of laugh at life. Just be silly, have fun. I mean, she's got grapes and leaves all over her hair, and she's just giggling, and she's, you know, just feeling really good about life. So that will definitely raise your vibration. And this one says, heed your wisdom. So you actually are a very wise person. It's got owls all over it. You know, you're a very wise person, and you've been through quite a lot. And perhaps there are a lot of people who have tried to impose their ways of being and thinking onto you as if their way is better. But I can see that their way is not better. Your way is best. You know which keys to choose to unlock the door. And you're just wanting to play in life and go out and have an adventure. So heed your own wisdom. Go inside and ask for the answers. That's the best way to do that. Maybe increase your meditation or whatever it is you need to do, or go out in nature for that. Yeah, I don't know. You might be seeing a lot of owl symbols around you lately too. That's quite possible, right? And this says engage compassion. So compassion, not just for other people, but also for yourself. You know, be gentle, be kind, speak kindly to yourself. Those are always very valuable things to do. So don't be too hard on yourself. You've been through a lot, right? You've healed up. You've done the things you need to do. No one's perfect. We all have flaws, regardless of how perfect a person might look on the outside. I promise you they have a ton of flaws. We all do. So just don't be too hard on yourself, and try to laugh it off, and understand that you are wise. You have the wisdom inside of you. So, yeah, okay. All right, so let's get a little bit more information from this deck, and then we'll just pull for one more and we'll wrap it up. All right, so what else do we need to know, please, for this collective before we go? I'm just going to pull two from this deck. Another one, please. All right, right on. Nice, you're getting all the good cards. Okay, so what I'm seeing from these cards, Learn and Prosperity, is, well, the prosperity is just reemphasizing, you know, you getting like 9 of Cups, 10 of Coins, the Star twice, just all these goodies, the Chariot, that's really awesome, the Wheel, the Fortune. This is a good luck time for you, a lot of prosperity coming in for you. you know, look at all these trees with the fruit on it, the leaves and everything, and she just has to go pluck what she wants. So you've got everything available to you right now, and it's just a really excellent time to do that. But this card's telling me that you might need to learn a little bit more, that it might be that you're feeling the need to educate yourself, maybe learn something new, maybe learn tarot. See how she's reading tarot cards here, and she's got her book open. It might be that that might be a good route for you to take. You know, just a deeper learning about certain things that interest you, and then eventually it might turn into something that is going to help fulfill this need to channel your passion and your creativity, right? So yeah, learn a new language, maybe learn a new technique, learn how to read tarot, learn something, and that's really going to be good for you, and that's fun. You know, it's fun. Yeah, because you've got all this prosperity right now. It's a good, prosperous, abundant time. So I'm going to pull from this last deck. I'm just going to probably pull one coming from this cheeky deck here, the Affirmators. What do we need to know, please, as a final card for this collective washing, please? What do they need to know, please? Okay. Generosity. I give generously to those around me, no matter how much or how little I have. I know there is more than enough to go around, and that the key is to allow it to keep going around without stopping. If I stop the flow, I'm like the one person at the stadium who doesn't do the wave. Well, you know, it's true. This is what wealth consciousness is, and it's interesting because you have prosperity coming up and 10 of coins. So one of the keys to keeping the flow going is to give. Even if you don't have much, you can still, if you only have, you know, $100 in your bank account, you can still give $1 to somebody who needs it. You know, maybe there's someone on the street who needs $1. Just give them $1. Don't give them a hard time. Just say, here you go, bless you, you know. Or, you know, give to a charity or something like that, or help someone out. You don't even need to necessarily give money. You can just help someone, and do it out of generosity. And that generosity comes back to you. That's good karma. And there's a lot of karma we were seeing in your spread here. So, but I think it's interesting that they mentioned the key, since we were drawing keys. So choose the keys that will help you keep that abundance flowing, so that this abundance that's going on is not just a one-time thing, although I really don't think it is, because 10 of coins is multi-generational wealth. So in a way, that is the giving also. It's like the money that you make, the prosperity that you're building with more than just yourself in mind. So you may have children, or you may be responsible for groups of people, or you just like for instance, my artwork that I will be leaving behind will be enjoyed hopefully by future generations, not just my own family and everything. So for me, I feel like that's part of my legacy, although there are other things I do. But so a legacy can look many different ways. That something that you're leaving behind. Just remember to be generous. Be generous with yourself too, of course, and be generous with others. So just keep it, you know, there's a circulation that has to go on. Yeah. So it's looking great for you, like whoever you are, you know, this is a really good time for you, and I'm really happy for you. This is awesome. So yeah, thank you so much for being here. And if you made it this far into the reading, thank you so much. I really appreciate you being here, and I hope you found something inspirational, even if it's just from the art being created, and maybe you can do some of your own art, since you obviously are a very creative person too. And thank you for the likes and subscribes, and I do appreciate your comments and everything, and I'll see you next time. Thanks. Bye.